Let's make this fleeting moment last forever. So tell me what you
called, and we love tequila and vodka. And everybody likes Mexican food, and Mexican food would be around if it wasn't for us, because that's where they got their food from. We had slaves through the war. People survived off of farming. We practiced the slash and burn agriculture, and
I'm gonna keep it frozen here forever.
Mesopotamia, which is along the Tigris and Euphrates River, but it was actually called Sumer back in 4000 BC. 80% of my culture's workforce was dedicated to agriculture. We were one of the first people to have an actual agriculture, like big agricultural system.
There's no regretting anymore. It's worth the wait.
Hello, my name is Ali Wahida, and I am from the Afghanistan culture, and this is a picture of my family.
Oh.
We live in a town called Kabul, and I'm here to tell you a little about my culture. Everyday life in Afghan culture is very fascinating.
Even so far away, I'm making the night mine until the
Some interesting facts are their military was highly mobile. They could fire a bow and arrow with dead accuracy, swivel on the horse and hit a target every time. Their empire was initially brought to power under Genghis Khan. The empire was divided into 4 khanates.
First producer of bananas in the Western Hemisphere, and a lot of people, and our national drink is rum, and we produce a lot of rum. And yeah. Okay. We have good like musical traditions and everything.
Japan's its national sport is sumo wrestling, which I think is pretty cool, and baseball is also very, very popular. And Japan is also the largest automobile producer in the world, so brands like Toyota, Nissan, Hyundai, Subaru, and Mazda all come from Japan.
And usually women make all the meals and cook or clean around the house. Italy is very easy to find on the map because it's shaped like a boot. And most of the weather there is very nice and warm. There is about 63 million people that live in Italy. Rome is our
tribe. I'm originally from Michigan or Wisconsin. Today we mostly live in Oklahoma, Iowa, or Kansas. We speak mostly English. We use bows, arrows, spears when we go hunting. And then sometimes men would fight each other with special wooden war clubs.
I'm from the Irish culture, and in my culture, religion and religious practice have been always held in high esteem. Roman Catholicism is the most widely practiced religion in Ireland. Irish dancing and folk music is popular all over the world, which comes from my culture, and then many people around the world.
In 5000 BC, across the Bering Strait, they're like Arctic people. They don't do much. They're kind of boring. They perfected the kayak.
The Incas had one of the largest empires in the world. As I mentioned, our empire stretched from Colombia to Chile in South America. Us Incas were known for many things. We made roads, bridges that led from one mountain to another. We discovered many medicines and even performed skull surgery. We designed
I am King Calvin III, Pharaoh of ancient Egypt. Do not be alarmed. I am King Calvin III of ancient Egypt. Now, Egypt, let me start by saying, it's one of the oldest civilizations in the world, more than 6,000 years old.
Now, you all think that it was the Mayas that came up with this in for the world, yet I am here to tell you you are wrong. Now, it was actually a man named Jose Arguelles who was predicted.
In Chinese. I am known in my culture as Shongai, one tongue. And I'm here today to talk to you not about just a culture, but the culture. The Chinese culture is considered the longest continuous civilization, dating back as far as 6,000 BC, and has the longest written language in all of the world. I would first like to point out that the very beginning of our culture was more interesting than any other in the world. While others were using sticks and rubbing stones together to make fire.
And some interesting things about us are our literature dates back to 2,500 years ago, and it started with the Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer, which people think he's actually made up because there's no information about him in his personal life. He composed those in 700 BC.
Little do you know, they didn't. That was only a small part of their culture. Alright, they did, but not a lot. They're actually very smart people. History found tools that they've used, like toothbrushes. They kept themselves clean, combs, all sorts. They also didn't wear horn helmets.
Okay, folks. Carrie?
I'm from the Yanomami tribe of Brazil and Venezuela. We live on the border. We're actually so excluded from the rest of the world that most of our people barely know that Brazil and Venezuela even exist. So, and we've actually...
Hello, my name is Dilios, the one survivor of the 300 Spartans that perished at Thermopylae. First, I'd just like to say that Spartans were the greatest military power that ever existed on land. Ancient Sparta was built on the banks of the...
A dream for the Jewish chosen people in God always knew it. We built the pyramids, we and the kings. Adolf Hitler and his public rants. From year up, we were the band. Even paid from the Klux Klan. We fled to the States now. Tapping
1,000 years we have thrived without the wheel, without math, without a written language. I mean, you know, in the grand scheme of things, how does it really matter when you're in the jungle? I mean, okay. Secondly, first of all, he forgot to mention that the Sumerian people lived in modern-day Iraq. So does that mean you're the forerunner to the modern terrorists? Oh. Okay. Secondly, if you were some...
So you guys already know from yesterday, I'm from Finland. And Finland was part of the Winter War where they fought Russia. During the war, 200,000 casualties were from the Russians. And there was only 25,000 casualties for us, the Finnish army. So it's a pretty good ratio right there. The Finnish army was very unequipped, like they had very basic.
Oh? Oh! You, Mr. Chinaman, are you ready for Two Chain?
Yo, it's Ku Chang, back to give you more buck for your bang. Coming to you straight from Beijing. I was raised strong by my mother Lei Ling. Yo, it was hard, went to school every day, 18 hours. But it paid off, now I make big China dollars. Now China triumph in math and science. Oh, you yourself on a plane to China. Oh, I recommend Southwest Airlines. To China, put you in a going mood. And don't even get me started on the food. Fried rice, cooked real nice. Finger licking, orange chicken. We got your wonton soup. No sir, that's not food. We got your chow mein noodles. We have your deep fried noodles. You're in Honda, really start to wonder who else have a great wall? What other culture have ping pong? I think the answer lie in my beats. Almost as many as Chinese meats. Dog, horse, lamb, cat, you name it. China's where it's at. The word China, perfect one-liner. We are just one nation, bound together by ancient meditation. I would like to make one statement. China is here, you are basement. China, wait! It was positive. But don't worry, now I'm right back in it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't stop cause I know you want more. I'd like to give a shout out to my homie ninjas. Wu Chang, Jet Chang, Mei Ling and Song Yiping. I'll have you in this trance. I like to finish it with a Chinese dance. Like freestyle.
Thank you.